Good morning. This is Dr. Michael Datcher, and today's morning chant for July 9th, 2019 will be coming soon. But welcome to the Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today we're talking about the inner spirit. How does the communing with, knowing, being led by the inner spirit lead to one's heightened level of productivity? A really important, critical message today. Really important, critical insight into how one can advance, enhance. I'm about to rhyme right now and do a dance your inner spirit with your inner spirit. So thanks for being here. You can go to learn more. Go to productivethroughjoy.com. See about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. We have a really powerful, innovative, narrative-based approach. Narrative meaning everyone's life, as we know, in the past has told a story. And right now, everyone's life, including yours, is telling a story. And in the future, in an aspirational sense, we hope that everyone's life will tell a story that they want to be read, that they want to look back and reflect upon, that they feel good about. And so we're helping people think about those three particular factors, those modules of the narrative of life, really of all of our lives, and to think about how we can, going forward, in an aspirational way, live the type of life that we want to live. So we have a really interesting time. Get ready. You can also simply become a subscriber on this show. Get all these videos for free. I did say free. 1, 2, 3, 4, free. And see about us as we see about you. So thanks for being here. Let's dive into the topic in just a matter of moments. Let me first say a few words about myself for those of you who are new to the show. Again, this is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month pick. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people call my people. And I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel, Americus, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson. God bless Michael Brown's spirit and his mama in particular, who is still with us in this physical plane. That book explores the intersection of family, race, and violence in the American family. It's an historical novel set circle the infamous East St. Louis race riot, again, here in America. Still the nation's worst race riot. That's the kind of the backdrop to the story of America, called Americus, as in Vespucci. I'm also the author. That book just came out this past October, just a few months ago. I'm also the author of the spanking brand new book, Animating Black and Brown Liberation, a theory of American literature, which just came out in April. That book explores the intersection of activism and literature. Can fictional narratives teach us something about best practices when the protagonist are activists or engaged in social justice work? Can those books teach us about real world activism today? And also, can we? It also argues that because oppression and as a result the fight for justice is universal, that we should be looking at justice as an important element to what makes a book universal. It makes a book great because oppression and the fight against oppression is universal. Wherever I travel, someone ain't being treated right. It's not being treated right, and so as a result, that particular human spirit to rise up and to fight for one's justice, including the founding of America, is based upon and predicated upon the fight for freedom. And so it seems to me that element, social justice, should be an element when discussing what makes a book truly great, what makes a book really offer insight into the human condition. If you aren't talking about justice, it's hard to really think about a more universal particular paradigm. So that book's really a powerful book. I'm on the book tour for those last two books. I'll be in Burlington at I'll be in Vermont at the Brattleboro Book Literary Festival. I'll be here in LA. I'll be in Chicago at Northern Illinois University. I'll be in New Mexico. I'll be at Taos. I'm going everywhere. Look for me. I'm coming to you soon. Check for me on social media, in the mainstream media. I'll say what's up. Let's grab some tea, some chamomile, some cognac. I do both of those. I hit all those modalities. I hit the cognac and the chamomile at the same time. It's all good. All right. I'm also the board president of the World Stage, a literary and jazz venue here in California, a great 501c3 nonprofit. And my educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergrad, my master's from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. Listen, at Riverside. I'm an expert at being productive. I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are almost always surprised to learn my level of productivity when they hear about my crazy narrative. I am the product of a young girl who was violated at age 16, gave birth to me at age 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to a single divorce. So yet at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet as Kool Moe Dee famously said, "Ha, you like me now?" And if I can be this productive and be so through joy, we are arguing that many of you can similarly be productive as well. So thanks for being here. Let's dive into the topic today. So guys, we're talking today about the inner spirit in productivity. And point one is that everyone has an inner spirit, right? Everyone has had this feeling in a certain type of expression. Maybe people call it a gut instinct. You're walking down the street and you feel like someone's staring at you, or you're walking down the street and something says like, don't turn down that alley, right? And you choose not to. But in contradistinction, we've also gone against that particular spirit. When you did something, you felt, this does not feel right. There's no kind of maybe physical evidence, but it's just a feeling that you get about a person or situation. And you think, I really shouldn't do this, but you do the damn thing anyway. And then as you reflect back on it, you're like, I should not have done that damn thing. And it reminds you that, man, the old ones say, first mind, right mind. That spirit is talking to you. So those kind of pop cultural examples of this point. But I am arguing, because I've lived it and seen it, that those just aren't kind of coincidental things. Those pop examples really bespeak to a larger underlay of mystical spiritual power. You have a part of you that is difficult to quantify in science that speaks to you. The inner spirit, the inner voice, intuition, a mother's wit, name it what you will. A mother's intuition, name it what you will. We call that the inner spirit. You want to just know that thing is real, right? Point two is you want to trust that real thing in you and be led by it. Listen to it, right? But to listen to it, you have effectively, because at times it can just be, you just have that gut feeling can just be an upset stomach. It can just be, it can just be indigestion. And so the key is to cultivate a relationship with the inner spirit so you can discern between indigestion and when the spirit is being led for your, I try to make it rhyme, exclamation. That was kind of a whack rhyme there. Sorry, Tupac. And so that's the critical piece. You want to develop that inner spirit relationship. We talk a lot about meditation, yoga, Pilates, running, working out, prayer. So we help people to design kind of a system around that idea. So reach out to us and we can help you help your system be dope as well. And lastly, as you are being led by the spirit, as you are being in that particular modality, man, your life begins to be led by the primordial force. We're arguing that spirit, that thing that we call the gut instinct, is really the first thing that was here, that primordial force, the thing itself. And when the thing itself is running your life, you are doing well. Get ready and watch your life change. Again, I'm still in my, this lifestyle is a lifestyle. It's a lifelong journey. I've gotten way better at this. But even I still, don't listen to the inner spirit, or I think it's indigestion. You have to test it and do other things. But as you grow in this work, the more you learn to cultivate the inner spirit and say yes to it, as Reverend Michael says it at the Agape Spiritual Center, man, life is good. All right. So boom goes the dynamite. Thanks for being here, guys. Please go to productivethroughjoy.com. See about us. Again, we speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. Have me come out, speak to your group, school, organization. Definitely become a subscriber here. Listen, holla when you see me on the road. I'm coming to you, I'm sure. I'll be East Coast, West Coast. I'll be in the South. So I'll be in Kentucky at the Kentucky Literary Festival as well. I'm going to be everywhere. So I'll be in the South, the East, here in the West, here in Leimert Park, at the Leimert Park Book Festival. Everywhere. When you see me, holla at me. Let's have some coffee, some cognac, or some chamomile. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. We'll see you at 4:45 p.m. today for the PM showing of this series. Talk to you then. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.